Doc Favors here. I got another question for you guys. Have you ever experienced someone who perhaps could not do what you could do, was a serious critique of what you were doing, and they tried to put limits on you, which caused a little uncertainty and a little doubt? Well, if you have, I definitely have. If you have, then I want to share this piece with you from Price Preacher. This is episode 9. And I'm going to share with you a few things of how to suspend disbelief, because the truth of the matter is, when we have people who are not necessarily rooting for you, who are not necessarily in your corner, sometimes, guys, it can put you in a vibration, and it can, seriously, do some damage to your dreams. And so once again, if you don't have this book, I strongly suggest you get this book. I don't get anything for the promotion of that, but it's just such a great book, okay? And I want to begin with one of the quotes in chapter 9 that blew my mind, guys. Let me tell you something. One of the quotes that Price Preacher says is, if you must doubt something, doubt your limits. Now, that's a dope line. Seriously, let's think about that for a moment. If you must doubt, which means don't doubt. Don't doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt yourself, guys. Believe in yourself. But if you do have to doubt something, then doubt your limits, meaning there are no limits. I teach my clients this, guys, that if the sky is the limits, then there are no limits, because the sky just keeps going and going until you end up in the outer space and the planetary space, and then it just keeps going. So that means you don't have any limits. So let's get into this, man. He says, instead of holding back because you don't have hard proof that you can make the quantum leap, see if you end up with evidence proving you can't. And now he says this, or my interpretation of this, you all, once again, this is what I teach our clients. This is because, man, when doubt comes in or disbelief comes in, many people don't want to start something until they have the proof, or the proof. And that means is, I want to see you do it first. But here's the problem. When you're talking about creating something exceptional, when you're talking about launching something that's so magnanimous, that's so great, that eyes have not seen and it has not entered into the interpretation of other people, then you can't wait on someone else to do it first. The model for some of the greatest inventions we have, you all, were birthed out of mistakes, or birthed out of ways of retweaking the original concept. And so sometimes in life, you got to be the trailblazer, man. You got to believe in yourself enough that you says, you know what, to heck with this. I'm going to burn the boats. I'm not going back over there, and I'm going to just press forward, and I'm going to get it done. This is why we teach that you all have to have a goal that's so worthy of you that the goal itself makes you get out of bed. Because let me tell you something, when you talk about the wealthy and the success, y'all, they don't have a plan B. Sometimes when we move and when we do things, we want to have a plan B, C, and D. I've learned to suspend all of those plans in the past, because if you have a plan B, then you won't give you all to plan A. And I want you all to understand something. This is very important. Hear me, man. This is going to help so many of you guys who are listening to this, man. If it's your dream and it's your desire, then it should scare you just a little bit. And I'm not talking about to a phobia, but it should incite you, man. It should set a fire on the inside of you, that you begin to operate in what we call auto-suggestion. You begin to say it and believe it and watch it and play with it every day. I remember when we was getting our house, when we was getting our house built, and right before the inflation hikes, we was having the house built, and maybe about a couple of weeks before closing, they jacked the price up, man, an extra $100K. And I was like, man, no, man. How y'all? At first, I was very disgruntled. I said, how y'all gonna do that to people? But we found out that they were doing it worldwide. Contractors had a small clause in the contract that they could just up and not sell to you if they got a better offer. And so those rates was going up, and people from out of town, this is a side, ain't got nothing to do with it, but y'all know I'm in the real estate too, right? We got a real estate company called Occupy Now Real Estate. So we buy houses and flip and so on and so forth. But here's the thing. What they were doing is, y'all, we had people coming in from places like California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, and the price point up there was so high that they would come down here and wouldn't mind paying $800,000 to $900,000 for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-bath house. Went up, that's like 2,400 square feet. Went up there, they paying that same price for something 12, 13, 1,400 square feet, guys, on top of stuff, right? So they didn't mind it. So we had an influx of relocators that just blew the prices up down here in Jacksonville, man. So we ended up opting, still got a great home, same size, 4-bed, 3-bath, covered screen and all that stuff. But we had to go with another developer who was not into those type of practices, okay? So anyway, had I suspended my disbelief, had I suspended my belief that it was the time for us to purchase our home down here, then we would still be renting. And you all know that the market for renting is up as well, okay? So that's what I mean. That first sentence, look at all that. We pulled out that first sentence, guys. But here's the thing. He says, see if you end up with evidence of proving that you can't. So just make the jump. Act as if your success is guaranteed, and then see which set of ideas you should believe in. Now think about that. Act as if. That's a very important term in my world, you all. Coaching and development, leadership, business development, ministry. You're supposed to be able to use your imagination to see yourself already in possession of the thing that you want. And what happens is you reprogram yourself. It's kind of like a term we learned in seminary called indoctrination, to whereas you take a doctrine, a belief, a teaching, a doctrine is the system of belief that you govern yourself by, and you take it and put it in other people. You share that. You indoctrinate that, right? Conquering kingdoms would indoctrinate the subjects of the people that they conquer so that they will learn how to live like them. Now, everything has a positive and a negative side to it. We're looking at this from a positive light. And we want you to understand that if you indoctrinate yourself with positive belief, reinforce yourself, reinforce your mindset that you can do it, then let me tell you something. You suspend all disbeliefs, and 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you, it's been the secret to our success. It's really not a secret, but it's what we've been doing. So watch this. He says, your mindset for the moment may be flawed by doubt and skepticism. I've been there, people. A lot of my audience on here, you all know we've been through the Novatex, we've been through the investment platforms, we've been through the funds, man. We've been through the capital, the IPC capital, all that stuff, man. But here's the thing. They come and they go. We know crypto's like the wild, wild west. But here's the thing, you all. We still look for investments and ways to make the bag, right? And so I pivoted, teaching more of financial philosophy and literacy, but I'm still an investor. So those of you all who have not joined my Facebook group, you don't know the investments that we in, because I stopped sharing them here for a while so that we can work on this and really pivot this. And I found the passion. I got so many people emailing me, contacting me, man, saying, yo, what's my next move? And it's just a joy to be able to teach those and share what we've learned and how we've learned how to pivot and do what we got to do, okay? So he says, hey, your mindset for a moment may be flawed with doubt and skepticism, but the idea of making quantum leaps in your performance, jumping from your present level of achievement to one several stages higher in one bold stroke is an alien idea. Now, we understand that, but look at what he says, you all. You have been trained to think that way, right? Because of your background, because of where you've grown up and how your parents did it and other people. We've been trained to think incrementally, but remember, the book says U squared. That means we have to get out of the old paradigm, the old way of thinking, and start to think new things, start to think bigger and better things, because you haven't been trained to think the way that you're supposed to think, which is exponential versus incremental. So the experts generally agree. I'm reading. He says, the experts generally agree, though, that people typically use only about 10% of their true potential. So you hear us say things like maximize your potential. We want to bring about rapid success. We got programs to help you do that. Y'all, this is why a lot of people who don't know anything about investing lose their money. I'm one of the ones who saw it coming. I took my team to a place and I said, y'all got to get ready to get up out of this thing. Something getting ready to happen. So the ones who close, the ones who listened, they got out. The ones who were not close, some of them still call me and say, hey man, what happened? I thought we was good. I'm like, man, you don't pay attention to your business. You need to start minding your business and stop waiting on someone else to do it for you. That is the quickest remedy, y'all, to get broke. So watch. He says, your skepticism, which you presume is based on rational thinking and an objective assessment of factual data about yourself, is rooted in mental junk. Watch this. I got to read this. Your doubts are not the product of accurate thinking, but habitual thinking. Years ago, you accepted flawed conclusions as correct, began to live your life. If those wrapped in those warped ideas about your potential were true and cease the bold experiment in living that brought you many breakthrough behaviors as a child. Now, I'm reading this in such a way on purpose, guys, all right? Because think about it. How hard is it to follow someone who's reading like that versus someone who says, years ago you accepted flawed conclusions as correct, began to live your life as those wrapped ideas or warped ideas about your potential were true, and ceased the bold experiment in living that brought you many breakthrough behaviors as a child. Now it's time for you to find the faith you had in yourself before. Why did I do that? I can put the book down, y'all. That's the basis of the second Suspend Your Belief, because doubt is what most people do to damage themselves. Watch this. Why did I do that exercise with you all? When you think in chopped moves like that, you don't have a consistent thought process or a consistent flow of connecting ideas. This is how distractions seep in, people. Because if your ideas are not in the constant flow straight through, you hit here, then you stop, then you get distracted. Then you come back and you try to pick up from where you left off, but you've missed something because time waits for no one. So you got to train your mind to get disbelief out of it. You got to train yourself to stop entertaining things of skepticism and doubt and fear and worry that breeds anxiety and ignorance. You got to train yourself, get your paradigm in such a way where you stop that and suspend disbelief. Because I'm going to tell you, if you don't do that, you won't know when you're getting ready to partner or connect with someone who really don't believe in what you're doing. But they'll use you to get what they want done. And they'll watch you fail over and over just to say, I told you so, now come do what I'm doing. Instead of, now imagine how your life would be if you connected with somebody who believed in you, who said, you know what, come on, Wonder Twins unite, let's joke up, man, and let's go get it done. Imagine how far you would be. So look, guys, I surround myself with positive people, with progressive people. I keep myself in the space and the vibration of positivity. You all know that. So that when ideas come, I can entertain the right ideas and dismiss the wrong ideas because I believe, right? And if on one of my other videos, I'll show you a sign in my office that says that when I leave my office, every time we leave, there's a sign over the door that says, just believe. So suspend your disbelief, people, and just believe. As always, this Doc Favors. I hope something that in this video gave you some content, you all, something to think about, something to wrestle about. And as always, man, I'll leave some links down from a private Facebook group. But today, I just wanted to be a blessing to you. I want you to think about this. This is the masterclass piece. All of these series are for free, but I'm telling you, we teach some of this information to our clients, so you all are getting some very stellar and good information. So with that being said, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share the broadcast, you all. Check out one of the other videos below, the whole masterclass. This is episode 9, so we got 1 to 8 down there with an intro. Start. If you ever want to go through a free course, I'm doing one for you right here. So let this information change your life. And as always, drop some comments for your boy below. Let me know some of the pain points you're dealing with. Because I'm getting ready to go on a 60-day run. I want to do a YouTube video every day to provide some content. So you all drop some topics down that you would I really need y'all to do your boy a favor here. Drop some topics down below so that I can share with you where we are. Ask some questions so I can address those questions in the chat. And as always, y'all, stay positive on purpose and not by accident. It's your boy Doc Favors, man. We'll see you next time. Peace.